record. Hey, hello, Mayank. Okay, so yeah, inducement high and low, right? Usually you have buy side, sell side liquidity, price takes out one side, then takes out the other side. This becomes inducement high, and this becomes super valid, especially during use. I can find you some examples. For example, wait, what was that day? I don't remember. Yeah, I think, wait, let me help on this quickly. So this was Monday. It was like, yeah, it was this. So for example, this was XXL news, right? XXL, like super big news right here. And you see what happened? Price took out this buy side liquidity, then sell side liquidity. And after taking the sell side, it is more than obvious that this point is liquidity. So yeah, this is one example, and was taken out. So these buys you have seen, if you I don't know if you watch Sniper FX students, but they were like stacking up buys here and targeting this high. So that's the reason to it. But and why I'm showing this is because the same thing happened again today. All right. So we had, where is the timing? Oh, is this my chart? Oh, wait, what? Okay, okay, no. Let me change screen quickly to this guy, yeah. So the same thing happened today after London Open, but we'll break the London Open first. So what happened? Frankfurt Open quickly, and the same setup, Frankfurt manipulation setup, you know, same thing happening over and over again, okay? Well, this is Frankfurt Open, this line, this gray line. I'm gonna mark it up for you guys. And now Frankfurt starts with a manipulation down. I don't know if you see it. I'll cancel the timing indicator for you. But what happened is that the first move of Frankfurt was a move down. It was this wick, right? And this wick cleared this liquidity right here. Oh, clear this liquidity right here. Wait, what? What's happening? Yeah, here. Okay, let's mark it L. And respected this POI. Then work structure to the upside. This is a basic setup. A plus, okay. And if you have it timing, then you are in the extreme pricing. So it would not be wrong if you try to buy this and try to hold it up, right? Because you can't know, you couldn't know that this low is gonna be taken out, honestly. So yeah, this was the setup. Then it broke structure. This would be our POI. A candle close, you can take a whole wick as well. And this was the first setup of the day. Super high probable. Yeah, and bam. And you would have got out with partials on the structural high, of course, and that's like 1 to 7, 1 to 6, 3 partials, then you get break even. Yeah. So then price started selling off. I don't know what it reacted here from. I didn't look at sales today, but let me check quickly. But I don't think this was possible to catch, honestly. Like, yeah, it just respected randomly, like of this. So yeah, of nothing basically. If we scale in 2 seconds, then maybe you'll find a valid POI there. But yeah, but this over refining. So those cells would be impossible for me to catch. But yeah, price breaks, price clears Asian range with super momentum, and this is your lead point for this whole sell to buy. The last sell to buy was here, by the way. You see this wick, buy up, buy up. So this range would be your last sell to buy. 50% was a top line. So the price is still inefficient, right? And price still has a reason to come back. And you see this whole build up. This would be liquidity number 2 for you. And you look for a buy-side liquidity, right? Before this gets taken out. So what would be a buy-side liquidity for me? In this case, it would just be this. If this was lifetime trading, I would look for this, not even anything higher. Oh yeah, okay. Maybe even this. Okay, that makes complete sense. And yeah, and those sells again. London open starts. But yeah, okay, this is a real move. Okay, there's nothing wrong with this. Okay, you have fake break of structure, first fake break of structure in right here. But you can't take first break of structure. You can never take those. It's just a free stop loss. But yeah, you can keep taking those until you realize that. Right. And then price shifts again, stop hunt, no timing, nothing here. And again, it reacts off like a totally random point, but this is like 80% of Asia, which is a magical number. We'll test it out. Now, here. So those cells, okay, so both of those cells were pretty impossible to catch. It's really low probable, you know. But if you saw price starts breaking structure here, and you want to be a part of this move, and you'll see it's reacted to something, and you know that there's liquidity below then here is a super easy sell right here. This would be a lit point as price before as after price breaking this point, price reverses a pullbacks, makes this liquidity point, and then keeps breaking down below. And even though the pricing wouldn't be the best here, yeah, it helps like almost to 50%. It's like perfect. You can take a sell here, honestly, but the stop will be super big, like this 6 pip stop loss. What the hell? And this you can put stop loss on imbalance, of course, or even this which would be 10 pip stop loss, and you'd be left with 3R. Yeah, okay. This is still fine. This is the first super, no, this second super high probable trade of the day. And then the fun starts, right? So this is pre-news, all of this, like 13, no, this is like 1 hour before news. So what will you gonna see before news? I know I don't recommend you guys to trade news because it's super dangerous. No, but by the time when you get consistent, you'll realize that news is just simple like a normal price action, but it's accelerated. So if price wants to go here, it would take it like, I don't know, 3 hours normally. But with news, it can happen in 1 minute, right? All those liquidity points that it's gonna take, but it works as well on order flow. It shows you what the price is respecting and protecting. So yeah, so what you're gonna see here, price keeps going down, breaking down, breaks this range, keeps breaking down, and then you have a fake break of structure. How do you know this is a fake break of structure? It's right below sell side liquidity as well as slit point. So this would be SSL plus slit. And you know there's something wrong, right? And now from my standpoint of view, this would be buy side, or you can take even this, right? Buy side was taken out. This would be a fake break of structure, inducing people to sell, but FBOS, okay, but also showing signs of bullishness. I don't know how many videos you have seen of me backtesting, or if you've been there. Always when price is near a POI, for example, let's do this. There's a POI here. Price will always have a reaction here, like a fake break of structure choke or anything like that. And it's to induce early buyers in before tapping into the real POI and continue up. So yeah, so this is exactly what's happening. you have a valid breakout structure, and you even see many mitigations here. So yeah, but then all of this just becomes liquidity. These points become liquidity as well after the low breaks. So could you have gone into these buys? Absolutely not. Most probably not. Only if this would be a valid POI for you, but there was no way to tell whether this is a low that's gonna hold or whether the price will continue keep going down. So if this was your POI indeed, then as I said earlier, this would be your efficient price action on 50% right here, and you can start taking trades of this. But there was no confirmation trade. Break, yeah. So this would be your stop loss, yeah. So I mean, you can take a buy limit of here. Obviously, stop loss below the POI, 4.7 pip stop loss, completely fine. Or you could have gotten a confirmation trade where here you would have gotten a stopped out on the lead entry, first lead entry, on second one, where no, there was no second one. Okay. So yeah, just I don't know, use bigger stop loss. But after this, price broke structure above, right? And now you know that the price is respecting this for some reason. It's pre-news and price is building liquidity upside. This whole thing is liquidity. All right. This whole thing is buy side liquidity. Let me take this out, buy side. And let's see above if there was anything. You just have this weird high, right? But then, you know, this high failed to break this low. So what does this low failed to break this one? So what that indicates you is that this high is gonna be taken out, obviously. But yeah, so there was nothing to do here before news. Still a huge imbalance below to buy off, right? And yeah, this would be a liquidity point as well, even though it sweeps liquidity, which would be this. It still is liquidity. It's reacting off nothing. It's pricing. It's really, really bad. And yeah. News are released. 12-0 for me. Okay. And we start with a move up, clearing all this buy side liquidity, this and even this. And remember what I showed you on in the beginning. Buy side liquidity was taken out, and then price sweeps this low as well, which would not for a human being be a break of structure, right? Because this would just be a liquidity sweep, or you can say this is internal structure or something, but the algorithm doesn't care about it, okay? For the algorithm, it's a break of structure. So it's inducing. So what happened? We induced breakout traders right here, and then we induced sellers right here. We induced both sides, we deleted both sides. And as same as other news, this becomes inducement high. And you have seen me taking an entry here. I'll break it down, but it's super simple. Right, you have this wick. This wick was my POI. It wasn't toppling to 50%, so I knew that, and I also saw that this order flow, right? So I knew the price will come back here to this low, save this low to no, after price broke this high, I knew it's gonna break this low as well to make this an inducement high and target for future. So, and I also saw this order flow is inefficient price action in this wick, right? And this would be a lit as well on seconds. As you see, this was the last buy to sell. This wick we broke. Okay, this was a deep mitigation, so this is not gonna be a lit. We broke again, we come back, right? And then broke again up. So this would be both lit plus EPA, plus IPA on this wick. And just like that, we enter on buys. but it was new, so I got slipped out pretty badly. Yeah, this was my entry below this, but it opened like 1 or 2 pips above it. Stop loss right here, or I put it even here, like 4 pips or 3 pips, 3.5 pips. Don't remember, it was random. But yeah, just in case a spread was gonna take me out, right? And target was obviously this. Now, this is the first buy of the day. Yeah, and this is partial, by the way, because there was no way to know whether this is just a continuation of the build-up. Oh, by the way, oh, there was a way indeed. I forgot to show you the higher time frame. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's lead up. Wow, so many entries. What the hell? Okay, so where is it? 1 hour? Yeah, it's on one. So you see, again, as always, we have buy side liquidity, which would we have a build up here. So this would be your buy side liquidity, but then you would have to have a sell side liquidity, which would be this, right? And you see during building this, it's a basic AMD, right? You have accumulation and you wait for one side to be taken out, which would be this. This would be the manipulation. I'll take it. I'll make it red. This would be the manipulation, and this would be a contribution. Oh, wait, what? AMD distribution. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. So it's as simple as that, and now we can. I mean, I don't want to predict. I hate predicting, but of course there will be a possible pullback here. Continue, maybe reverse from here, or even continue to the extreme, or in the best case, a full reversal. But that's not really probable since USD is too strong, just even fundamentally. So yeah, so let's get back into it. Where was it? Was it this one or this one? Yeah, okay, this was this one. Okay. Now, if you missed this, then there were too many opportunities to buy from. All right. Where are we? Price. Okay, I'll delete this. So, obviously, after this mitigation, the overflow is here. The last overflow cutoff is here, right? Inside of this wick. But then if you want to refine it, and also, first thing you see could be that this might be a liquidity point for you to take a buy here from this POI. This was what I was seeing in real time, honestly, but it was dumb. Okay, I'll explain why. So what do we do when we look for a POI? We look for imbalance, obviously. And if there's no imbalance, price doesn't have a reason to go into that extreme anymore. So what happened here? We have to look at the last sell to buy and then take a 50% of it to see if the price was mitigated efficiently or not. Okay, so where do you see? This is the last buy to sell, which means that this is the last sell to buy, right? This candle right here. And now you want to take 50% of this. And as you can see, price was mitigated super efficiently. Even though the wick wasn't, because it happened this quickly. This is the whole sell to buy on other time frames. And again, the algorithm doesn't see the wick or anything like that. It's just numbers, okay? And just by how fast it happened, there are holes in those price actions. And yeah, and the algorithm wants to fill the 50% of the whole sell to buy zone, sell to buy or buy to sell range, which would be this. But I mean, as I said, on other time frames, which are not, I don't think it was here. It's gonna be visible. It's gonna be visible here. Yeah, there's nothing. Like maybe 45 seconds. But yeah, but that'll take too much time. Okay, let's try it just for God's sake. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it happened too quickly. Okay, never mind. Let's just continue. So the algorithm wants to fill the 50%, and then it may or may not, but most of the time it doesn't have reason to go to the extreme anymore, even though it is like 7 pip, right? So this is the last point of order flow cutoff, and then you have mitigation of this. So RS transfer from here to here, then no, like here, and then to here. So this would be our POI. Many of you have taken buys as well from this POI, so good job. And yeah, and even here you can see what is the last salted bar. Okay. Okay, I don't know what it is, but I mean, you can take 50% and you see it mitigated exactly to the 50% price point here. Which is perfect. So let's do this. Yeah. Yeah. Like here. Yeah. So let's look for buys. Do this. All right. So there's nothing to do here. You could have taken some sells, but those are too risky in my opinion. Okay. All right. So let's do it from a structural point of view. Because we have many new guys here, and I believe you guys use structure, so I'll do it for you. But you don't really need structure to trade, you know, lower low, low low, lower low, lower high, lower low, break of structure right there. This would be our break of structure. And you take trades from there. From a valid POI, your daily bias is bullish. Yeah. From this mitigation, after this mitigation, it's super bullish. And after realizing that the price broke the sell side liquidity, and now it's most probably gonna target the buy side liquidity. So how could you have taken trades from here? This is not a lit point, but it's a liquidity point still. Like, and I mean, you can take 50%. Right, let's see. Let's just go back 2 seconds and see. Yeah, the last sell to buy, which would be this. Yeah, now, how do I wait? Oh, here. Yeah, skip all of this. And if you have any questions, just ask, of course. And you see, it's like,
please, I have a question.
huh? Yeah.
Please, why did you say that's not lit point?
Lit point, this?
Yeah, why did you say it's not lit point?
Yeah, let's go again. Oh, okay, it is. On 1 minute, it isn't because it's you don't see it. Okay, you have to see. You don't see that price broke this and then went here. Okay. On 1 minute, it just looked like price broke. Price came here, and I mean just pulled back. But even though that is, yeah, no, I had no confirmation that this low was created after breaking some high here, which would be this guy. Yeah. So it's a lit point on seconds if you refine it. Yeah. But I mean, it's liquidity as liquidity. There's nothing different. And yeah. So yeah, mitigate 50%, right? 50%. I don't know what it was. It was like this. Like this. Yeah. Mitigated 50%, efficient price action again. Easy entry right there. If you even miss this, then again, you wanna go to the extreme. You had many mitigation entries here, right? It's easy. So it's easy when your bias gets established and you have a right bias, you know. So yeah. So 1, 2, 3, and this would be your lit point as well. This would just be No, yeah, on seconds. I don't really like this, but yeah. And then same story here. After Pike broke this range, came back. After Pike broke this range, came back. But yeah, it doesn't matter where you enter here anymore. And you see, and uh, and this is the last release. You have a big POI imbalance right there. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Price, if this was the last release in a random time during the day, price will most probably not gonna mitigate this deep. But it happened because of London Open or New York Open even. Okay. So the New York Open started with a manipulation down, which would be this whole move down. And that's the only reason this was it was mitigated that deep. So this is the last entry. So now I'm gonna mark it out for you, all of those entries. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this chart later and send it to you guys. Just so, yeah, and you could have even took a mitigation of this wick as well. This inducement high, right, and the sell here. Oh, yeah, right here. Okay. And yeah, and obviously we are still targeting this, you know. I don't think many of you guys saw this, if any of you, but you'll get used to it by time. We'll get deep into this stuff later on. I'd say 1 or 2 week max, and we'll start studying this in depth. All right. So as you see, price left a huge imbalance after this bullish move. I don't know if this was news as well, but imbalance, and then this would be your last sell to buy zone, which you can buy from, of course. And then again, you would have this liquidity point, ISD, also called IOFD. It's just a random wick in like near the sitting on the imbalance, you know. So
Sorry, please. What's the full meaning of that?
how
What's the meaning of the IOFED?
it's institutional order flow.
Okay, sure. Thanks.
It's just a wick. It works the same as any liquidity points or lit. Okay, it's just gonna get taken out, especially on 1 hour. You're gonna get a random sweep. Like if this was on 1 hour, you would have this guy, for example. Imagine this wasn't here. Okay, you just have this wick. Price continues down, and it just sweeps like a few pips above and continues down. So that's it. And this happens like when the price is super bullish or bearish, leaving a huge imbalance behind it. So I mean, though this trade would be like super hard to take, it's still possible to take it here. And I'm here to show you all possible trades of the day, right? And also, this sell was super valid. Many of you got induced, but it was a valid sell. But just for hedging, of course. Because, yeah, see, the day when it should click, okay? It should, like, it was too obvious that it's gonna be bullish. But having a wrong bias is totally okay. It's normal. Happens even to the best, you know. You can't have the right bias every single day. So if I were to buy here, I would have put my stop loss here below this, so it would be 10 pips stop loss. Oh no. Yeah, but that's a possible buy as well. So I'm gonna take this to right, and after mitigating this, I think it tapped into the sell to buy zone, even though it didn't eventually make the price efficient. We keep continue stacking up buys. And I don't use this anymore since the precision guy stole the concept from me, but I used to trade trend lines as well to indicate my order flow. Like I call this protected trend line. Okay, you can, I mean, you can use it, you can study it and use it yourself. It works sometimes, but yeah, for example, today I used it, and it pretty much shows me like what level is protected, what not. All right.
So
So,
please, how do you know a protected trend line?
huh? Because you know the bias is bullish, okay, and then you know about this order flow, and this order flow starts making sense when you see this mitigation, and it makes a perfect trend line. It's not a coincidence. But yeah, it works like that, and I'll show one another day when I use this after we finish this call. All right, so we had transfer here via this breaker, tapping to this. So these buys would be way riskier than these, but it's still possible to get in, even though you have no break of structure here. Yeah, and this is the moment when it becomes harder for SNC people, because they don't have any break of structure here. They don't have nothing here. You just see liquidity from both sides. But as I explained it in my first few calls, why would they sweep this low if they have buy order there, right? And you see price builds a perfect order flow, and mitigation, always deep mitigation. So why would they, for no reason, sweep it, right? And if you knew that this is liquidity, then you also realize that this is just an inducement, this choke. This would be a sweep of liquidity, right? And then break of structure. So getting cells here was, I don't know, this cell is good. Those cells are good, but you have to know when to get out. You would like have 1 to 3 max. But yeah, the buys were the call. So I got a buy here below this way, sell, buy, sell. Yeah. So it was this. Price was inefficient. Yeah, if you take a whole thing, but I think like price bought up, sold, and then went up and did this. I'm drawing this candle. Then the seller is up. This obviously here, right, on the wick. So for me, it wasn't efficient, and I took a buy there. Easy buy, and right here. I don't know if it was this one, but I think yeah. And you have another easy buy right there. So right, so this is deep mitigation. So the buy. Okay, this is super hyperbole cell, and then if you go to seconds or something, and you can even, this is what Arcane trades. I don't know if you know him, or I don't know if it's him or not. I just heard it, but he's like a student from Algo Hub or whatever, and he just take, if you have an engulfing candle or a huge bullish candle like this, you can take 50% of it and trade from it. So this was my second entry. You are interested on why I took it. My stop loss was somewhere here on the seconds, but if you don't have seconds, just put it below this. It's completely fine. And then you see, like, this was before news, I think. Was it news? Yeah, it was. And you see, price won't have a reason to go back any longer, because smart money enters news before they release the news, right? So you will see, obviously they're stacking up orders, and you see price is always like pushing to one side because they have too many orders. Yeah, and they can't like just stop it, you know. So it was too obvious. Price is not gonna come back here. And this was the release of the news. I don't know. Well, let's check. Maybe it was, yeah, okay, it was even after that. But the momentum was crazy. Like every week was like over 8 pips or something. Yeah, this 8 pips, 5 pips. So yeah, it's moving too fast. And right before the price broke this high, you see order transfer as the last resort before a full release, and this was your last possible buy. If you have seen someone on sitcom taking it, this was the way they took it, most probably, or if not, then I mean it's just it's just a random buy. Okay. And now price shoot it up. Oh, it's so in chat. Awesome. Okay. Price shoot it up. There was a sell here. I marked an area here, but I don't know which one it was, but I think it was this. This wick was too random to be here. Obviously.